just a bloke in a bar.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the DMP. Now, big announcement. You can now comment on Spotify podcasts. So if you're listening on Spotify, leave us a comment. We've also got clips on there now too, so you can subscribe and follow us on the Spotify. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. As I've been saying, we've got big plans for our Spotify and YouTube for the visual medium. So make sure to give us a follow. And also give the boys a follow too on Hello Sport YouTube, Hello Sport Spotify. Nice. Boys, how you been?
It's nice of you, mate.
It's really nice of you. Right. That was gracious of you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, we've been good. Everything going okay.
Yeah, all right.
Just trucking along, mate.
Just off-season stuff.
You just give me the ball, tuck it up under your arm, and just truck some nuts.
You're trucking nuts.
It's not trucking season.
When's the horizontal season coming about?
21st of December.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when you officially start.
Summer solstice.
Is the body starting to almost fall back from the mic?
Well, we're in silly season now, officially.
Okay.
We've got a couple of silly things coming up as well. We've got a Bucks this weekend. Obviously, that isn't tied to it, but it is a silly season.
Okay.
Bucks. We'll be in schoolies, actually. We'll be toolies this weekend.
Are you going to the Gold Coast for Bucks?
Yeah.
So you're toolies?
Yeah, we're toolies.
Yeah.
Like Slacky, get onto it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty hectic.
That is hectic. I haven't been to schoolies since schoolies, so...
Exactly. I haven't been to schoolies since schoolies, and I've not been to schoolies on the Gold Coast.
This is my third schoolies, though. I went... When I was in primary school, we went on a cricket trip to the Gold Coast during schoolies.
What's the opposite of a schoolie, like under? Like you got toolie, schoolie, moolie?
Droolie?
Yeah, you're drooling. You're a little kid.
You're a droolie.
You're a droolie.
Nice. Like that.
And
well done.
A bunch of 12-year-olds there, and there was a whole apartment building of fucking high school kids, and they were all out on their balconies cheering, going psycho, and we were like, the bus was parked in a petrol station, we were like, what the fuck are they all going psycho for? And then we look out the window, and there's just this schoolie walking down the street with one of the largest dicks I've still ever seen in my life. Just fucking windmilling as he's walking down the street.
God.
We're like, holy fuck, and the whole thing, everyone's cheering, the teacher's like, get away!
Oh my God.
But like, who takes a bunch of 12-year-olds to fucking schoolies?
Yeah, that's...
What are we doing?
I almost feel like it's on them.
What, to go bloody bowl a few in the net?
Yeah, mate, it was bizarre.
What the hell?
Anyway.
Still traumatised from it?
Oh, I don't know.
Was there some 19-year-old cricket coaches who want to go get some?
Maybe, dude. I don't know, but there was a lot of dick.
Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah. Now we're back again, Denon. 35-year-old, 33-year-old toolies.
Okay. What else is going on? How's Hackers going?
Mate, good. We've got another one coming up. Date TBC.
Yep, TBC.
We'll have an announcement, but it's probably in early December in Bondi.
Mate, I will say on the Hackers, we went up to the Rugby League Players Association Golf Day.
Yes.
You obviously weren't invited, not a big deal.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, you didn't,
I was invited, actually.
You weren't invited because you weren't there. So
no, Keegan, he has his podcast, and obviously he reached out.
Yeah.
But,
did he?
Yeah,
He
unfortunately. I'm not a big golf man. Not a big golf guy.
Not one of the boys?
I mean, I'll leave the boys to decide that. Probably not, to be honest. But what I do know is I'm not a big golf guy.
No.
Right.
Okay.
And I would have just been walking around doing nothing.
Well, it was a fun day.
Yep.
And, we obviously fit right in with former players.
Yeah.
It was all former players and us.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the current rugby league crew, very good crew.
Great crew.
The
Great
rugby
crew.
league players group.
Yeah. That was
Players
great.
Association.
A lot of great men up there. Keegan obviously invited us. Big Clint Newton's up there.
Tommy Simons
running around.
One of the greats.
Yeah.
We had a fucking
The
great
Roo was
day.
there.
Roo was there. Cat
with
was
Cat,
there.
taking some, getting some footage, getting some interviews.
Just
we
a
played
quick
with Darcy
question.
Lussick.
Mark
He's
Bryan.
a big boy.
Bryan.
Darcy Luxick's a big boy.
Huge,
Yeah.
huge boy. Quick question.
Yep.
Obviously, like, they're all golfers, right? A lot of rugby league players, not yourself. You probably didn't play enough games of rugby league to get into golf, is what I would say. But
I always love a person that never played in a role putting shit on a guy that did.
But it's a reasonable point
no,
he makes.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
I think you got to play
You've
like
gotta-
a few
You've
seasons.
got to play
Okay,
a few
yeah,
seasons before you can
okay.
get like a
Yep.
good at golf, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Well, to be invited to play.
yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, you just
Whilst
like
wearing a
newbie.
shirt with his own face on it.
Well, this is a gift. This is a gift. I can't help it. I can't help it. A gift from the great NRL roast.
It is a great shirt.
Who do you think was in the top 5 nearest to the pin challenge? With all the,
I think I've already heard this yarn.
I'm just asking.
Now, who do you reckon?
Who do you reckon?
Have a guess.
Is it like filmed?
5. Yeah. No,
Was it filmed?
Yep.
So there's video footage of it happening?
Yeah.
Top 5. 5 people out of all the former NRL players.
I'm put Roo at 1 because he towed you up on your own betting show, so he probably towed you up.
Roo wasn't even.
Roo.
Oh no,
He
Roo
actually hit an
actually
alright
did because
shot.
we made him.
Hey, the big
fucking
fella can
come out.
move. He can move.
Yeah.
No, not top 5.
Not top 5? Okay. Tommy.
Tell me who.
Simons.
No.
I thought you said Tommy Birmingham. You were right.
Clint Newton.
No.
I'm not sure who
No?
else.
Well, exactly.
Well, listen, you're sitting with two of them.
Yeah.
You might actually be sitting with the winner.
The winner.
Yeah.
So you won.
No, but I was top 5.
You won.
I won.
So
See,
you
the top
didn't
five-
even win.
The top 5
Mate,
went
top
again.
5, there's fucking
Top
300
5,
cunts
top
there.
5, everyone there, and then the top 5 went again,
Hang
and
on
I
a
won.
sec. Hey, wait a sec. Aren't you to the whole unless you win it doesn't mean shit? Aren't you those
I
guys?
won.
You won it.
But you didn't.
I made the top 5 in the bloody rugby league golf day, dude. I will take top 5 in anything golf related.
Did you? So,
But I did not win.
so top 5 is in off one hit or your whole day?
So everyone went one hit,
Yeah,
and
one
then top 5 went again, and I won.
That's fucking pretty good.
Yeah,
It is. And then Brad
pretty
Parker-
good.
Oh, like, fuck, it's
Pretty
really good.
good.
It's really good.
Scotty from Shoey's actually messaged me being like, dude, did you get your golf bag? I'm like, Brad Parker took it in like fucking 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I got to
He goes,
say,
you've got one, I'm taking it. I'm like,
I got to say, Eddie,
thanks for your services, mate.
it's
to the
physically
club.
all coming together for you. You are looking fitter. And I
Mate, I'm
think-
telling you right now,
it's all coming together
the
for
golf
you.
I've been playing the last
It's been good.
2 months has been fucking electric.
Yeah, okay.
My hips have been fully
Loosened?
unconditionally released.
Yeah, okay.
Unconditionally, without condition.
There's no condition now.
Yeah, okay. So
You
you're
know,
not,
it's like, oh, like, you know, your missus goes, you can come out, you got to go be home at 5 or 4 or 1. Like, they're conditions.
Yeah, okay,
Well, you can
yeah.
only have this to drink, like conditions.
Yeah,
This was
okay.
like purity.
Pure.
That's my hips.
Pure
And
golf.
I'm playing like a baby. I'm playing fucking great golf.
Okay.
And we didn't even hand our card in. I reckon we would have won the
We might
day,
have
but
won
we
the whole
wanted, we
thing.
didn't want to go into a rugby league golf day with former players, current players. We're not players.
Yeah, okay.
Haven't
Not
played.
professional athletes.
Except fucking couple of games with Dubbo South Primary School. And win the day.
No.
It's a bit uncouth.
yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of
Yeah.
all right to know you probably would have won it and just go, but like, let's play. Let's not draw too much
It's
attention to
classy.
ourselves.
It's a classy touch
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
leave
it's
like
classy.
that.
Yeah.
It's classy to not even to make them feel bad about themselves.
Yep.
Yeah. So the only concern I have for you boys, if you continue to get this good,
Yeah.
how can you be considered hackers?
Well, it's a great point.
It's a good point.
It's a great point. We wouldn't be considered hackers.
No, we wouldn't. But I mean, the main one
you're
we got
on-
to worry about is Sebo because he's actually getting very good.
Yeah, he is.
And he's the face of the whole fucking hacker movement.
But I'll give you the hottest tip in town.
Okay,
Though.
okay.
Sebo plays probably 3 or 4 times a week.
Yep.
He's on his handicap's 12.9 after like 6 years. If my handicap wasn't 1 or 2, if I played 5 times a week, I'm not here.
yeah,
I'm
if
not
you played as much
joking.
as
I'm
him-
not. I outdrive him, and I played probably 6 times this year.
Okay. I don't know what any of that
So
means.
does
No,
Tommy.
and that's okay. What you do need to know is that the fact that Seb can even make contact with a ball is like, you know how they say that like bees can't actually, their wings aren't built for flying.
Sharks
They
can't
just-
swim backwards.
They just want to fly so bad
Yeah.
that they flap those fuckers until they're off the ground.
Yeah, okay.
Is that
Seb-
right? Is it desire?
Listen, like, Matty can check whether bees just fly based on desire and desire alone.
Desire-based flight.
Correct. But Sebo, the fact
Diet.
that he is good at golf he's like a bee.
Okay.
So the fact that he's 12 is actually still just as shocking.
Now, is it better to be higher or lower? I don't know.
Lower.
Okay. So
Well, the lower you are, the better you are. The lower your handicap.
So you're insulting him by saying he's still at 12 right now.
sort of. He's saying he
fuck
should be
yeah, I
lower.
am. Fuck yeah. The fact he isn't in the single dig based on how much he's played in the last 5 years is
In
outrageous.
fairness, though, he does have twins, and that's what a lot of people say. like,
Mate,
the fact you've even been able to get down
before he
here with
had twins, before he had
Yeah.
twins, he was playing every day.
Okay.
And he was
Okay.
off like 18, which is
But
just
maybe
insane.
he is truly living the brand by being a hacker forever.
Well, that's why he's the head of the brand, because
Yeah.
he is a hacker.
He's playing right now.
By his purest form. Yeah, he's literally playing every day right now, which is
Really?
fine.
He's played this will be his third game this week. I know that.
I get the feeling that he almost set up this brand just to be able to play golf all the time.
Well, I mean, we've all sort of pulled this sort of life out of our assholes, haven't we? You know what I mean? Like,
it's kind of like podcasting. It's almost
Yeah.
like an excuse to talk about rugby league
talk
and
about
sport.
rugby league and go to rugby league games
Yeah.
or to like play golf or to
Play
fuck
golf.
around,
Absolutely.
you know, so
Absolutely.
he's
So,
definitely-
But I just wanted you to know that I won.
mate, it's all coming together for you. I've noticed you're looking a bit tighter. You're looking a bit, everything's all looking a bit just tighter,
He's tighten up.
but looser at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
You know, like it's looking
Body
tighter.
tight, hips loose.
Hips loose. You're
Yeah.
moving with swag,
Yep.
but you're tightening up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mate, I did 3 sets of 6 chin-ups this morning. Not a big deal.
That's nice, bro.
All the way out, like full extension.
Yeah, none of this Harvey stuff.
No.
No, okay.
Full extension all the way
Lock it
down.
out.
Hang there, then go back up. I just
Dislocate
wanted
the
that.
elbow stuff.
That's impressive.
Out
dude.
there.
That's
Okay.
impressive.
The people know now, baby.
That's very impressive.
If they see, if they see,
I wouldn't fuck with
Chin
me.
up, King.
I wouldn't fuck with
you'll
me.
chin up
You know
the
what I'm saying?
fuck out of some blokes.
And I'm not talking about those fucking lame little Mark Wahlberg ones. Have you seen him on Ellen doing the fucking lamest?
What does he do?
Marky Mark.
I don't watch Ellen, so I don't.
No,
Is Ellen even on?
I'm not sitting down to watch Ellen. It's a clip doing the rounds. It's a clip doing the rounds.
Bees take orientation flights to learn how to fly and orient themselves so they can find their way back to the hive. Bees fly in circles above and below the hive, and in front of it, they start flying at a short distance and turn around to return to the hive. It usually take between 1 and 18 orientation flights.
Orientation flights.
So that's got there's no evidence of
Not being able to fly.
desire-based
No,
flight.
can you? I need you to look
Just
into.
maybe type that in.
Yeah, like, are there wings like? Shaped for
flies
flight.
wings too small, but the desire alone gets them off the ground.
Like, do they just flap those things so hard that that's why they fly, as opposed to them being?
Hey.
Do you know I had a dream I was flying last night? That's just come back to me,
That's very child-esque, I think.
dude. I was flying last night.
Where to?
I was flying over a field, me and Steph together.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's
No, but like
cute.
travel. Like
That's
we were
cute.
traveling somewhere and
Were
it was
you
like,
holding hands?
no, we were just flying.
Like
dude.
you know what I love
This is
about
just
that?
have
wings?
That's young love.
I don't know how we were doing it. I don't
What were
know
you
how we
looking
were
for?
flying.
Love-based
No, we were
flight?
flying home.
What were you looking for?
We were flying home.
Oh, right. From where?
I don't know. This is just happening. I'm just fucking having this.
Just
back in my
remembering it
mind.
now.
There was snakes on the ground.
Oh, okay. Is there a deeper meaning there? Hate
I
traffic?
fucking hate snakes.
Or you want to rise above the snakes that
The
are trying to
snakes that are-
backstab it?
yeah.
Everyone,
Everyone-
haters.
Haters, dude.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fucking haters, dude. You know what?
Interesting.
Flying above the haters.
How many haters do you have to have before you're actually allowed to publicly say I've got haters? Because like I feel like haters don't actually exist as much as people think.
I don't know. I definitely
Don't
we
know.
don't. We don't have enough to.
Oh, there's always. I
There's
think it needs to be a hater threshold.
Yeah.
So I think your lovers to hater threshold needs to be high.
Like, as in your
Like,
ratio.
if 99% of people love you and you've got 1% of haters, that's
You're not allowed to say haters.
That's not enough.
Yeah, because that's just normal. They
Yeah,
just dislike
I
it.
wonder-
You've got to have like 20%,
Yeah,
30% haters.
Or is it just because I guess like you hear people refer to them like the haters and you're like
Who? Like people that just don't like you? Maybe
people
you're
who
just a
talk
dickhead.
shit or like
Actually, I did on the other day on Google now, the first results, they're AI now. So I wrote in Joey comeback story, and it like AI'd me the journey back to 2005 Origin Series, which
I love that
That's
you
been
just typed that in the
there.
other
That's
day.
been there. That's been there for.
trying to come up with. I was trying to come up with. I was trying to come up with a segment.
They've had that for ages.
But the first, well, it's
Google
first time.
search. If you type something to Google, the top thing has been there for years.
No, this is like actual
description.
AI. Like it says AI. I'm telling you. I'll
Yeah.
show you.
And I'm just
It's
trying to
new.
work
It's
out what
new.
is. I don't even understand what that means, though, right? Like, what does it mean that AI has just written the story?
I'll
Is
show
that
you.
what you mean?
Andrew John's great comeback is what I wrote.
I've still never ever used ChatGPT.
And then look, it says generating, and then you say show more, and it will literally like list what happened.
Oh, okay, that is new.
Oh.
Yeah, and so it like goes through dominant performance, impact on teammates, and it's all AI. It's actually wild.
So I've done that for the bees thing. Unfortunately for you, Tom, the idea that shouldn't be able to fly is a myth that may have originated in the 1930s. Some version of the
Bloody
story
Graham Hancock.
is that a Swiss physicist or aerodynamicist concluded that bees shouldn't be able to fly based on calculations of their weight and wing area. But it's a myth.
If Graham Hancock said that
He
you
didn't
can,
say that,
but if he said you could shit out your penis, Tom would believe it.
Yeah. He'd ask blokes to get their penis out and get the shit.
Yeah. I'd be like, no, dude, you can, if you just like push hard enough, you'll shit out your dick. That's how they used to do it back in the day.
That's what the ancients did, man. Way more efficient, man.
Oh, that's so good.
Piss and shit out of the same place, man. No wiping, dog. No, that's good.
So I've Googled Andrew John's great comeback. So I haven't put in anything to do with Origin or anything.
Yeah.
And the AI, the first thing it says, Joey, not a big Origin guy, by the way.
No.
Andrew John's 2005 State of Origin comeback is considered one of the greatest of all time.
There
AI
you
said it.
go.
That's crazy, eh?
There you go.
And it says man of the match. Johns was named man of the match in the Blues 32-22 win over Queensland Game 2 on Origin 2005 series. First choice halfback for Game 3, helping the Blues seal the series 32-10.
Dude, this AI is a fucking dribbler.
Type in, did Wally Lewis ever win a comp that
Yeah.
means something?
Yeah, of substance.
Lewis ever
Win a comp of substance.
win a premiership of substance?
Premiership of substance.
Okay.
No.
AI doesn't even come up. Mate, I'll relieve that. I'll take of
Davis,
substance.
clip that up and send it to him.
AI doesn't come up again.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
AI only works for Joey.
Only works for Joey, mate.
And that's not a knock on Wally. That's just a tick for Joey.
But it does say Wally Lewis enjoyed a magnificent test career for Kangaroos. In 1984 alone, he won the Brisbane Premiership, State of Origin, and Australia's series
Brisbane Premiership,
against.
which is
Yeah,
obviously a bush comp, right? So that's fine.
But he did lead Queensland to State of Origin and Australian
Because
series.
he's a
win.
fucking, because Wally
he's
was
a
the
freak.
beast. Wally was the king for a reason. He just won bush comps.
At least we've been here. We're going. We're raking over old
But it was just worth
coals,
checking.
mom.
Very interesting. AI, huge Joey fan.
I'm not surprised.
Okay.
Not either.
Wouldn't have expected. AI. Yeah.
Well, it's thinking for itself, and
Yeah.
it's a big Joey fan.
But you would have think AI is like very by the book, whereas Joey, he's a rogue.
No, but it obviously likes that.
Gets it.
Maybe it likes.
Opposites attract each other.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's probably.
AI likes a time.
Yeah, AI's got a bit of a kink,
AI
you
likes
know?
a time. You know. What I mean?
AI would like to get doofed every once in a while.
Holy
and kick
shit.
on, you know?
Oh my god, that's a lot. Guys, DMP shirts as I'm wearing right now, and I tell you what, the amount of messages that they're starting to arrive at people saying how high quality they are. Seriously, at least 4 or 5 messages just over the last couple of days about how much people love the quality, guys. So the DMP shirts, as we've been announcing over the last couple of weeks, buying one puts you in the draw to come to a live show with myself, Tom and Eddy and Tom and myself. And we will do a footy companion round 1 next year. All expenses paid. Wine, dine, 69.
Yeah.
The 69's in the fine print. Come have beers with us. Come have pizza with us. We do the footy companion. We hang out. We have a great time.
Maybe some rosé, maybe a bit of techie.
Yeah,
There you go.
69 by Tom
You know
and
what I mean?
Maddie.
There
We
you
might
go.
even have a couple of darts. Who knows?
Who knows? And that all you need to do is grab a DMP shirt. If you've already grabbed one, you're already in the draw. The more shirts you grab, the more times you go into the draw.
Buy 100 shirts.
The only way you can go into the draw for this is to buy a shirt. So there's probably going to be people going, oh, you know what? I'll wait to go in the draw before round 1. These will probably be gone before round 1. So get in early because we will not be getting any, there'll be no other way to get in. No other way. The only way we want to celebrate people that get around the community, and that's people that buy the DMP shirts. Grab a DMP shirt, you go in the draw. And the best thing about it too is you're not going in the draw against 10,000 people or 5,000 people. It's a relatively small number, so your chances are relatively high. So grab a DMP shirt to go in the draw. Don't forget as well, use code DMP for 10% off your Good Day order, begoodhealth.com.au. If you combine that with a subscription, you get 20% off your order.
You just don't get savings like that.
You don't get savings like that. Think about that. You're getting a discount on helping your life be better.
That's it.
That's what the boys are doing for you. They're saying, we will make our product cheaper to make your life better.
That's right.
That's a good deal. That's a good deal. Boys, it was reported earlier this week and everyone lost their shit that the kickoff was going to be changed. The NRL came out and said, that's not happening. So, I mean, first of all, a lot of egg on the face of
What?
the person that reported it.
So that was just some off-season.
So that was bullshit.
That was Northern, you know what? Northern Sydney Bears is not as couth anymore because
yeah,
of
they're
what's
looking
going
for
on.
something
Perth.
else because the Bears actually might be coming back. So it's like you can't
not worth
report
it.
on something
Yeah.
that's real.
And they're looking for something.
I didn't know that they'd knocked that on the head.
Like pretty much straight away within the first 48
Who
hours.
broke the story?
Look, you can find that yourself. I'm not here to.
Okay,
I'm
all
not here to
right.
throw eggs.
Oh,
Who?
okay.
There's a lot of egg on someone's face. I'm not here to throw eggs.
know-
Say it,
what it
we'll
was.
beep it out.
No, I'm not here to throw
You
eggs.
know, well, you say it, we'll
Sometimes
beep
you
it
get it
out.
wrong, mate. Sometimes you get it wrong.
Not us.
Sometimes you get it wrong, mate.
We've broken some of the
You're
biggest
not even going to
stories.
say it.
Look, I think that this poor person has been manipulated by someone leaking it to him, and unfortunately, it wasn't correct.
Why?
Okay.
Nah, it was such and such.
Was it the Bulldog?
No, it wasn't Bulldog.
Was it
You can find it.
Peter
You can
Bedell?
find it. No, it wasn't Bedell.
Bon Bedell? Was it
No, it wasn't.
Brent Reed?
No. Put it this way. I think the person that did get the incorrect, I think he was fed the incorrect information.
You're right. So he was fed it.
He was fed it. He
How
didn't
is
just
it?
make
How's
it.
By a mole inside. What? So there's a mole inside the NRL.
No, maybe no. Well, like, look, I know this is going to come as a shock, but different people have different agendas in certain things. So let's say you're a certain someone, and this is just pure speculation, but let's say you're a certain someone that's like, I don't want the kickoff to come. Let's just throw that out to a journo. He reports it. Backlash. Kickoff doesn't change. Again, I'm not saying that happened, but
Okay.
I'm going down
He was
the
fed it, though.
I'm going down the tinfoil hat theories.
Right.
Because why would like I know a lot of people think journalists just report anything, but it doesn't actually usually happen like that. Usually they're told by someone that this is potentially happening, and they run with it and think it's. You know,
Did you feed it? You seem to know a lot about
But
this fucking thing.
I mean, but you could also argue that if someone had a fed that they were going to get rid of the shoulder charge, there would have been the same backlash. They did it anyway.
Yeah, true. But I do think that sometimes certain things are leaked for agendas. I mean, that's...
We know that factually.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
100%.
But yeah, so that was basically...
Because it didn't really solve the issue. That was where I
Well, you'd
found
still
the
kick
story.
it deep because a 7 tackle... What would you rather? 7 tackle set on their 15 or a fucking 6 tackle set on your fucking 40?
also
It didn't make sense mathematically.
No.
But also, like, you could still have the same... You could just start running further back if you were kicking off. Like, you could still create the same level of impact that you were trying to negate. It just really doesn't... You're just doing it a little closer.
The only way they could do it is if you give a penalty if you kick over a certain period. Like, if you kick past their 30, it's a penalty
Which
to the
would
other
be
team.
absolutely ridiculous.
So V'landys has come out and said...
Hang on, just one thing that also is a flaw. In Golden Point, if they get a 7 tackle set, the team that catches is going to get in range no matter what.
Yeah.
True.
Great point.
Okay, so basically it was reported earlier in the week NRL are considering a radical kickoff change. And look, in defence of the person that did put the story out, they said considering. And they probably were considering it. So there is that.
It's actually the perfect off-season phraseology.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not really saying anything.
But I'm saying something.
But they are, you know.
The headline,
I'm alluding to something.
Yeah.
But as I said, to be
not
fair to the
committing to
journalists, he did say considering.
Yeah.
So there is that, and they were considering it. So
Which journal was it?
You can find that, mate. You can find that. Okay, the rule tweak reportedly discussed would punish any team that starts play with a kickoff that goes beyond the opposition's 20-metre line on the full by awarding a 7 tackle set. The NRL quickly confirmed there would be no rule changes in 25. Peter V'landys said, our preference is to not have any changes next year. After a year of record ratings and crowds, there's no need to make changes. The game is better than ever. We've made enough changes. We want referees to come up for air and focus on interpretations of the current rules. I love that from V'landys.
I actually think that's eyes up rugby league football from the grandson of God, because too often when things are going well, people just want to just start meddling.
And we did go too far a couple of years there. We did go a little bit too far with the 6 against.
We meddled. We over-meddled.
We reeled them back in.
Yep. And he's right. We've had a great year. The game's in a great spot, except you could argue maybe a little bit one-sided, but we won't hold that against Penrith. And you don't just start fucking with something.
Yeah.
Like if you've got a great spaghetti bolognese, right?
Yeah.
Elite, first class, everyone's loving it. You don't just go and fucking change the
Yeah.
recipe just cause.
Like you got Nana's recipe. Or
You can
Donna's
dine
recipe.
out on that recipe for 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years.
No, well, a recipe, Eddie, can be generational, passed down through the generation.
1,000 years, mate.
Mate,
200,000 years, whatever. All I'm saying is if rugby league's humming and it's flying, there's no need to change anything. Don't change it.
I tell you what is pretty incredible. Imagine when we get to a point where anyone can win the comp. Think about how good the ratings were this year, and like Penrith was still the big swinging dicks.
Yeah.
And imagine in a scenario where, I don't know, Penrith lose a couple
Manly.
players or whatever,
Manly wins a comp.
but it becomes an open race.
Yeah.
Imagine the ratings then.
Oh, they'll be frothing.
Fucking
Because
unbelievable.
everyone knew from about
Round 20.
round 6 that there was 2 teams that could win it.
So, yeah, I think that, look, I will say, does it feel inevitable they're going to try and tweak it, though? Do you reckon eventually they're going to...
If the science says so.
Yeah.
If the studies suggest that a disproportionate number of concussions are happening off the kickoff, they'll get rid of it.
Because that was the argument against the whole reactionary, because we had those 2 knockouts, but when you actually look at the numbers, there actually aren't that many knockouts from kickoffs.
Well, that's what I mean.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. If the numbers, it'll all be in the numbers. If there's not many off the kickoff, or no more than there are in just general play, then I don't.
Do you think
they'll do
pressure, though, from public outside?
I don't
could
think.
affect it?
Pressure's created by
I don't
journalists.
think so. I genuinely think that V'landys in particular, assuming he's still heading up the game, is very good at going, this is what the data says. He did the same thing with COVID. He goes, we've fucking spoken to virologists or whatever. This is what the data says. This is what we're doing. Because when back then it was like, how fucking dare you? He was the first one almost in world sport to come back.
Yeah, no.
Because he was like,
him and Dana.
this is what they said, this is what we're doing. Shut the fuck up. And I think they would apply the same level of logic to concussions like that. Because if someone goes, oh, well, mate, there's knockouts, you just go, there's no difference.
Yeah.
So do you want tackling or not? Because there's zero difference if there's kickoffs or there isn't.
Because you know that now, seeing the reaction year on year, like especially this year, it's going to be the go-to. As soon as someone gets knocked out now, it's going to be the go-to headline, like change your kickoff, change your kickoff. And so that's what I get worried about, where it's almost inevitable, where they just get so much pressure each year.
But if you can hide behind the numbers, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't want it to change. I think at some point as a game, we need to understand it's dangerous. There's going to be long-term damages, and we have to accept that as players. And the thing is, so many players are aware now, you are not going in blindfolded. You know what the damages are. You know what the risks are. It's same with like MMA fighters and boxers and that. They know what the risks are and they choose to do it. Now, granted, I know that there's some people go, yeah, well, when I'm 18 years old, I'm not making the same decisions as a 40-year-old. But at some point, as an adult, you have to be held accountable for your decisions.
Yep. 100%.
If we can go to war as an 18-year-old, you can make a decision as to whether you want to play rugby league or not.
And I think, like, from a legal perspective, it gets to a point where if you've done as much as you possibly can outside of just making it touch, which changes the sport completely, how can a court fucking, grant damages to someone that sues you if they've done everything they possibly can?
The only
way,
way,
11-day stand down, all that shit.
The only way you could get done for it is if they found out that clubs were pushing players back early or dodging stuff, which is just don't do that. Please don't do that. Fuck, it's not worth it.
It's an important game.
Well, if it's a grand final or Origin or like a big prelim or something.
Yeah. Or like a round one clash.
Oh, just a rivalry round or something.
Yeah, rivalry, like,
Magic
round. And Manly playing the Broncos and we can't lose.
Or retro jersey round.
Yeah,
that's true.
We've lost a few troops, so we need some men back. Or it's a buy round, or we need the points, or we're fighting for the 8.
Or the coach is about to get sacked.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, right? Yeah, exactly. Only in those instances.
Those instances, I reckon we just like...
It's old boys' day.
Yeah. I've got heaps of money on it.
So, because I think a lot of people compare it to what happened with the NFL, but the difference is the NFL were actively, allegedly, they had information that they could have passed on to the players that they allegedly didn't.
Take their helmets off, boys. Take their helmets off.
It's actually worse. So a lot of people message and always say, "Oh, why doesn't everyone wear headgears?" Headgears are actually worse because it gives you a false sense of security.
Yeah.
It's not the impact to the skull that makes the problem. It's the shaking of the brain.
Mate, they literally dive into each other with their heads.
It's crazy.
In the NFL, you mean?
No one fucking does that in rugby league because you're mad as a cut snake. They
Yeah.
literally dive at each other with the head first. It's ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure there's but there's one animal that is actually designed where they can take head knocks concussion. It's the woodpecker.
Yeah.
Yes, because they're banging that thing.
So whereas
Shout out
our
to the
brains
woodpecker.
move around.
Well, is there anything now? Do we need to look to the woodpecker for some sort of technology?
Yeah.
Here? Because you can learn a lot from the natural world.
Yes, you can. Apparently, this is a random one. Maddie might be able to help us. I think that in the animal kingdom, the greatest use of energy at any one time is by the hummingbird. I think second to that is a human, like a Homo sapien on a mountain stage in the Tour de France, like riding a bike up a hill.
Oh, really?
No way.
So it's the
That's how much
hummingbird.
energy you're burning.
Well, riding a bike up a hill is fucked.
Up a mountain, not a hill.
No, I know. Well, whatever. You get what I'm saying.
Well,
But you know what I'm saying.
I do, but the listener may not.
You don't
Yeah,
think that
hill
would?
and mountain are quite
Yeah,
different.
but we're talking. It's off the back of you talking about the mountain stage in the fucking Tour de France.
Is fucking Mount Canobolas or like a little hill in Bathurst, is that the same thing as the Pyrenees or the fucking Alps?
it's absolutely not. But it was off the back of what you'd said, so I felt like it was self-evident. But that's okay, Eddie. I'll go fuck myself.
So anyway,
Woodpeckers can't get concussed. I think
Woodpeckers can't get concussed, and there's something to do with the Younger Dryas and the connections there of
With
how back in
bees.
there was magic.
What if we got footy players? We cut your top of your head open and just filled the empty space with foam
Or Sellies.
Yeah, like Sellies foam.
Like
that
that.
you put-
Seal it up.
Yeah.
and so it doesn't rattle. It just sits there.
I like that.
That's smart.
That's smart footy.
Well, it's certainly worth exploring. I don't know whether it's smart yet, but it's certainly
Well,
dumb
the
to
NRL
not
are
even
considering
try.
it. The NRL are considering it.
Yeah.
Headline.
You know that expansion foam?
Yeah.
NRL's considering it.
Yeah.
And then, but also you think about the sponsorship there as well. You get a nice Selly sponsor each player.
What are you rocking? Oh yeah. I don't know what fucking
Sellies.
So what do you reckon?
Okay, guys, Hubble Black Friday. That's right. The Hubble Hub brings together live and upcoming sports in one view, so you won't have to jump in and out of different apps to find where to watch your favourite sports this summer. Even better, Sport on Hubble Hub is integrated into one easy navigate interface across your favourite apps. Hubble has an amazing Black Friday offer that is available right now. 50% off Hubble Hub, so it's now only $49.50 and it'll run from today, Thursday, 14th of November, until 11:59, Sunday, 8th of December. It's sport and entertainment for less, plus it's super convenient. Buy now at hubble.com.au. Wow, $49.50 for all in one spot. That's unbelievable. Alrighty, boys. Corey Horsburgh, Ricky Stuart. Corey Horsburgh has revealed he barely spoke to Sticky for the whole season. He said, I'm a stubborn person, he's a stubborn person, and we just stopped talking. He said, it was a bit hard to take. It started in pre-season. He told me I lost my spot and I took it the wrong way. I stopped trying at training, got a bit fatter than usual. I didn't go about it the right way about things, sabotaged myself in a way. It made me realise that I was half the problem. So only half, not the whole.
The sexual tension between these two is palpable.
Yeah.
Like,
they need to punch on.
They need, well...
I think they need to fuck
they
each
need to
other.
fuck, I think. That's what the
Holy
sexual
shit.
tension, it's there.
It's okay. Okay.
I love that he says all that and goes, I realised that I was half the problem.
I know.
It's so good.
It's still not
He's-
taken.
yeah,
Ricky still had something to do with it.
He's literally going, I got fatter, I sabotaged myself, but that's also Ricky's fault.
Yeah,
for dropping me.
Ricky has some things to answer for as well.
I got to tell you, though, it's pretty hectic. He had a great year last year. Going to him, he's lost his spot in pre-season is pretty hectic. Like, I know you should just take that as a player, but he was gun last year.
But, I mean, do you think that was obviously maybe the stopped training, getting fatter pre-season shit, maybe that was happening before. And that's why Sticky was like, yo, trying to get, like, light a fire under that beautiful red ass.
I'm just going off the Big Red's words here.
Maybe he didn't come back ready, like those Tigers players. Did you hear about that?
Mate.
Did he hear about that?
Did I hear about that? I mean, let's talk about it, I guess. So
imagine like coming back in such poor nick that you've got to go
at a club
you got to go front the board.
Yeah,
I got to say, like,
after back-to-back spoons.
First of all,
3 spoons.
3 spoons.
It's. I'd love to know how bad a nick they came back in. I think that like
fat bastards from Austin Powers.
But like, I tell you what, it's an extreme giving someone an official breach notice. I just look at that and I go, surely there are, like, if you need an official breach notice, then, like, is it ever going to work? Like, if you can't get boys to buy in without an official breach notice, that's concerning.
Yeah, well, it's very concerning.
It's
but
more concerning that even still.
I'd love to know how bad a nick, like, did they just miss their times? Like, or did they come back in Barry Crocker shape?
But if they told him, if you come back, we're like assuming here, if they were like, if you come back in and you don't meet these targets, or you come back in fucking such shocking nick that we're going to have to review your contract, and you still come back in shocking
Well, that's apparently, reportedly, they agreed to certain things before they left. Again, I just want to know how bad a nick. Like, was it like they came back sloppy as, unfit as, or did they miss their 1.2K time by 10 seconds or something?
I mean, I think if if they've gone to them, this is where you have to be at when you're back. This is what needs to happen, and if you don't then there'll be some shit. If that's what it was, and you didn't hit it, I still think that's reasonable. You guys have been shit.
You're getting into
for too
pretty
long.
weird areas by going, you have to continue to work hard whilst not at work. It's very, I don't know, like,
But it might just be like there is a minimum requirement,
for sure,
right?
That's what I mean. That's why it matters to, like, that's what is really key to me is like what was the requirement?
Daly
Like,
Cherry Evans left the golf day. He snuck out the back to go and train. That guy, we were like, you're like, this is what fucking professional.
yeah, that's why it's DC.
This is why you are who you are.
For sure.
So
for sure.
guys just get like that's the sort of shit where you're like, okay, yeah, you technically could just be sunning that immense penis of yours on the northern beaches. But
If they came back in terrible shape, you'd almost grounds to sack them. Like if they came back in just because that is so disrespectful to the team, to the squad. But if they just came back like and missed a couple of times and testing or whatever, it's just, as I said, it just depends on how bad it was for me personally.
Yeah. And that's the information we don't have.
Yeah.
Yes, but do you think, because obviously there is degrees of bad. You can come back a sloppy shit, or you can just, as you say, just miss your time trial. But if you're in a club that sucks and you are like trying to turn it around, And before you go on holidays, it's like, we're not asking you to start your preseason before your preseason, but here is the minimum requirement. And it's set at something, I don't know how reasonable these sort of minimum requirements would be, from just like, and you don't do it, and you haven't had some fucked up injury that's precluded you from doing it. Like, that's, I can see how you go, well, you didn't do it. We had the conversation.
Yeah,
you didn't
mate,
do it.
I'm with you. Again, I just want to know how bad it was. Like,
Surely you're not going to front the board if it's just like you've just missed a time trial.
I don't know.
Unless you're saying that it's like a tool to get rid of them.
Maybe that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how extreme it was, and also like the fact this even got out. Like, what's going on with that?
Everything gets out of the Tigers.
Which is not
It's
good.
a sieve, mate.
But that should have changed as well. Like, why is that getting out? You know, I don't.
Well, do you reckon something like this getting out obviously could be looked at two different ways, right? You could look at it as going, Jesus Christ, there is like so little respect for anyone of authority in there. The players are fucking up.
Here's a good example.
Or could you paint it as like, look at this club starting to take it seriously.
Okay,
now.
here's a good example. So when we were at the Broncos, we were told we have to put on X amount of kilos in the preseason, and if we missed our weight by like our weight game that week, then we would be fined. Okay, so let's say that gets leaked to the media. 5 players fined for missing targets. You'd be sitting there going, fucking make your targets, right? When in reality, it's a weight target. Like, sometimes genetically, you literally just it got to the point where blokes were throwing up after doing their weight because they'd drunk so much water to try and hit it. They were eating so much food. They were sticking things. Now, and he won't mind me saying it because we've spoken about it quite a lot. Dane Gagai missed his weight. He missed his weight a few times. And yeah, okay, there was a few training sessions where he might have been a little bit late or whatever. He got moved on from the Broncos. Was that the right way to handle Dan Gagai? Clearly not. He ended up being fucking unbelievable. And so it's just an example of like the details matter as to what happened in the situation.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. But it is pretty wild that but listen, details are important, but it's happening. They've got breach notices.
Which is wild, like breach notice. Not fines, nothing, breach notice.
5 official breach notices.
2 players will need to front the board, which I assume are like guys that maybe missed by like a mile and were super unfit.
We've issued breach notices to people at Shane Keith before. Couple. You know, we got standards.
Can you just what,
well,
your
we just
email?
said, mate, you've been breached.
Breaching
No,
you?
just say it. You've been breached, bro.
You've been breached.
You're in big trouble. Cody has to wear huge pants, and one day he didn't wear them. Breach notice, probably.
But I look, as I said, if they've come back super out of shape, disrespected the rest of the squad, disrespected the standard that's expected, then they should be punished for sure.
I don't think you front the board unless you fucked
That's
up.
what I reckon. Like,
But the concern I have is like, okay, let's say you've got a player that missed by a little bit and you're looking for a reason to get rid of him.
But fronting the board, don't you think if the boys missed by a little bit and they're going to go front the board, don't you think that just creates a bit of a weird environment at the Tigers for everyone else?
Sure, but and maybe it's changed. But
surely Benji doesn't want
to
to foster that sort of
for sure,
environment.
but it's not uncommon. It may have changed, but it's not uncommon for players to come back underdone. Like if people, at least maybe it's changed, but when I was coming through, a lot of not a lot, but you'd have at least 5-6 players that would come back a bit underdone.
Do you think
they'd go in the fat squad, they'd go in all the extras, and you just get towed up that way?
But do you reckon if you're
there was a fat squad.
Yeah.
But if you're a successful club who has like at least got relatively that good results year on year, then maybe you're as a coach a little bit more prepared to go, okay, like this is just a natural process. But if your club is shit and you're trying to turn it around and it's just been consistently bad for 3 years, for longer than that you are trying to draw a line in the sand. So no, it might be a little unconventional, but you're like, we can't accept the mentality that is currently going on.
Potentially. I guess the question against that is your leadership strong enough that you need breaches to get people to fall in line? Like, how come you can't get them to do it out of their own choice? You need to like force it down to them. Look, I want to be extremely clear here. If they came back super out of shape and they all agreed to not do that, then I've got no issue with it. I just need to know the detail. Like, how far was it? How far out of shape were they? Did they miss times? Were they just an absolute mess or whatever? Or are 2 of those players on big deals and they missed by 10 seconds and it's a big way to go?
You got any spies we can ask?
Yeah, I need some spies. Any whispers? Any whispers out there?
Any spies?
And
want
also,
more spies.
I don't like this getting out to the media. I
But
think it's
everything
really
gets out
unfair
of
on the
that
playing
fucking
group.
club. Everything gets out.
And look, mate. Look, if it was the managers, then it's the players' fault, the manager's fault. Yeah, but if the club leaked this, it's like this is what they're not supposed to be anymore. As a club that leaks a lot.
It's a leaky sieve over there. Just is.
But as I said, if it is a case where it's truly about bringing the best out in the boys, I like it. I think it's a good decision. I think that at some point they've got to be harsh and set a standard going forward. So again, it just details always matter.
100%.
the devil's in the detail.
The devil is always in the bloody detail.
Is that where he lives?
That's what I hear, mate. That's what I hear. Not a big devil guy.
Now, looking like the Broncos probably won't get Benny Hunt. They only got $500K in the salary cap. They reckon his minimum contract is going to be around your $700K.
In the new cap.
They can't.
In the new cap too.
They can't flick someone.
Well, I wouldn't like that because, you go in there, you tell all the boys you want them to stay, and then a better player comes on the market, and then all of a sudden you're like, see you later. I think that's not good for culture.
So you reckon he'll be at the Dolphins?
I reckon Dolphins or Roosters.
Roosters.
But the Roosters would be tough, wouldn't it? Isn't it? Like, I want to go back to Brisbane.
Was it last year or the year before? That's what he was angling for. I want to go back home.
But now he's said that, like, I'm still open to Sydney.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
When you got Boris sitting over here looking suave as anything.
Mate, they get who they want. If I had to pick someone, I'd pick the Roosters.
Yeah, they get what they want.
There has been a dribbler rumour that's been just will not go away. Now, again, it's a dribbler rumour, so it's 99% complete bullshit. But it's
Even
been,
more. I don't think we've ever got a dribbler rumour that's been right.
Probably not.
Ponga to Roosters.
Yes.
Well,
Really?
was
Who's been saying that?
Every motherfucker. It's been just everywhere.
Well, there was that whole yarn that happened only a year or so ago with the whole third parties. Do you remember that when that all happened with the third parties,
Yep.
KP?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, look,
I'd love it.
We'll put it this way.
I hate the Roosters and I'd love it.
Take Ponga out of it. The Roosters don't go this long without making a big splash in the transfer market. Great Teddy there. Now, why would they? They've moved on all these players, like Joey Manu, Suoli'i, Hargraves, Kiri. They haven't got anyone.
So when someone's like, it's a little too quiet.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're gearing up for
It is a
something big.
little too quiet.
It's too quiet at the Roosters.
Where's Ponga at contract-wise?
I think 7 is his last year. So he's still got quite a while.
But, like, anything could happen.
Anything can happen.
Does that happen?
Now, there's reports that I
Does
think
that ever
Teddy-
happen?
Well, Teddy may
No,
extend for one more year, which would be 26.
Didn't
And
we
then that
talk
would-
about this in the context of Mitch Moses? Like, big players never leave contracts early. Didn't we talk
Listen,
about that?
dude, it's rugby league. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. I mean, the
I'd
Knights
love
are
it.
never going to let him go. Like,
That's
They'd
what I
have to-
mean.
But
You
I mean,
have to be mad as a
what
cut
would they-
snake.
What would they have to have? Like, what could they get to make you even happy with that?
Nothing. I don't think the Roosters
Matty,
got
when's
anything
his
to
contract?
take.
27.
Yeah. I reckon,
So 27 would be his last year,
Yes.
yeah. So he's still got quite a while.
doesn't he?
No,
God,
I mean-
I listen. I hate
Not
the
happening.
Roosters. I'd love it. If
I'd
he went
love
to
it,
the
but it's
Roosters,
not
I'd be like, you know what? Like, it's annoying, but it would be sick. I want him to win a comp.
I just don't
And
understand
see it
how you'd
happening.
get out of it. It's not like in the Premier League where you just go or pay a
Yes.
transfer fee. They're
No,
not
but
going to
you
let him
could-
go
you
because they're like,
could.
well, what are we going to be stuck with?
Well,
Yeah.
you'd be provided players.
Who?
Who
Who would you take from the
There's
Roosters?
like literally no one that
You have no idea. What about Pauga for Ponga?
just a name swap.
Just a name
Right,
swap.
yeah. P for P. Sure. Yeah, have like fucking 32-year-old Tedesco.
Man,
No,
it's,
thanks.
something's coming. Though.
I'm just saying what swap
Don't
what swap are they going to do?
disrespect
I'm saying what swap are they going to do? That's what I'm saying.
What's
It's not a like
insane
for like.
is like something's coming. Something's coming.
Winter?
Winter is coming,
Well,
and it's the Roosters signing someone big.
I think it'll be Ben Hunt.
I
That's
reckon
not
it'll be
that big. I need
Yeah.
something bigger.
Yeah.
I need something to blow me socks off.
But there's a difference between what you want and what's going to happen.
Yeah, but the quietness that we're experiencing.
They lost 4 big players.
That's what I'm saying. The quietness isn't like, oh, we're being quiet because we're getting Ben Hunt. It's like, well, Ben Hunt's uncontracted and
Maybe
looking for
they're
a club.
quiet because there's no one to fucking get.
Listen, Eddie, maybe that is the case.
No,
but
they're
knowing
movers
the
and shakers,
Roosters-
mate. They don't
Yeah.
stop moving. They don't stop
They
shaking.
do not stop.
They don't, and that's probably why they weren't in the Movers and Shakers lounge with you, because they were outside moving and shaking, getting contracts done.
Maybe they've lost their touch.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay.
they've lost their touch.
You reckon the Roosters?
$10 million jersey sponsor. I don't know if they've lost their touch.
I said maybe they've lost their touch.
BYD, eh?
Mate, a long time since Cooper Cronk left.
Yeah. Yeah.
How strange is
5 years without a big signing.
their jersey looks so weird without a middle thing. Just it throws off the balance. So
I didn't even know what that is.
oh,
What are you
so
talking about?
they've got the BYD and they got the V, but they don't have a sponsor thing in the middle here of their new jersey. Now maybe it's because they haven't announced one yet. I don't know, but it just looks like it just throws your eyes off.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's by the
just
by.
that's a you thing.
Yeah, that's a real rugby league kind of chat.
Would you be happy if they got rid of the big front sponsor?
Like
So
every
the-
team.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the jersey was like more
No.
pure.
I just wish that the
Like
big front
AFL?
sponsor. I just wish the big front sponsor would just put itself down a little bit instead of digging into the V sometimes.
yeah, it
just
digs
put
into the
itself
V.
down the belly.
It's basically the whole front belly.
May as well just have
Now,
the whole
it's
front
huge.
bit, like
Yeah.
friggin' BYD, like just like
Mate, that's the way it's going. I think it'll just be the whole shirt.
the Raiders one, for example. Raiders away jersey is sexy as, but they've put the friggin' sponsor in between the lines instead of just dropping it the tiniest bit to make that jersey look sick. Because I actually like sponsors on jersey. I think they add to it. Like if you just had no sponsors on jersey, it look weird. They
Well,
look like
you look
training
at
shirts.
AFL jerseys are pretty good though. They just don't have any big fat sponsor on the front.
I don't mind the sponsors. I like them. I think they look cool. I think a lot of our most famous jerseys, you actually like the old Forex, the Power Bronco ones.
I think
Pepsi for Manly.
they've got too big.
Yeah, okay.
I
just reckon they've just got to be a
huge.
bit more couth about it. Just
They
fucking-
also just like they all from year to year they look pretty much the fucking same.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we got the new 2025 jersey coming out, and you're like, right, like cool. What the fucking
Man, the Bulldogs should have just gone the 2004 jersey every year. They wore it as their retro jersey last year. Just lock that in. That was so sexy. That was so sexy.
If you're gonna fuck around with a jersey, I'd be changing the away jersey a fuckload every year. Really different.
and keep the
Yeah,
home
okay.
exactly
keep the home
same.
exactly the same, and I'd be fucking with the away jersey.
Yeah, I don't mind that. But menu log for free delivery this week. Minimum spend $30. Use code DEARDEN, DEARDEN. For free delivery, minimum spend is $30. Don't forget, Manscaped, get the Chairman Pro today and experience a shave that is as smooth as you deserve. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code BLOKE at manscaped.com.
I just wanted to congratulate you and everyone on the Monday show for the absolute slobbery glazing you gave Tommy Turbo on Monday. It was fucking so nice to listen to. Just tuning in and hearing you guys gargling his balls, I was like, yes, dude, this is what I need. I needed this.
You know, it's funny you say, because like part of the reason for, well, not part of the reason, one of the big things I think about when I do the show on Monday is the fan that's watched a game and they just want to relive their favourite players' great performance or whatever. They just want to put a fucking podcast in and go, yes, glaze him.
Yes.
Just fuck, this is the best. I'm reliving that fucking try. And so
That was it, dude. I was like, there was some like all-time fucking team rhetoric. Like Tommy would be in there. I'm like, oh, there was like, yeah, if he wasn't injured, he'd be better than Billy Slater. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, keep going.
mate, if he
Keep
wasn't
going,
injured,
cunt.
he'd probably be an immortal. Like
Yes, dude, that's what it was.
he probably, but think about
I
it,
sat in the car for a little bit longer ago. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking experience this.
Matt.
Did you have one?
Yeah, I pulled.
But is that too great? Like, think about it.
No, I don't think
We've been
so.
saying
Look
that
what he's
since
done
day
at
one,
Rep
mate.
Footy. Look what he's done at Origin. Look what he's done for Australia. Like, he's going to win the Golden Boot most likely.
Again, dude, wait.
Player
for
of the
that.
series for Origin. He's won Dally M playing like 15 games. He come like friggin' fifth this year. He come fourth.
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 He came.
And he was
came
injured
fourth.
the final 2 rounds.
That's what I mean.
Played
Like,
20 games, but
he is just,
come fourth.
and he was like injured for some of it as well.
Yeah.
Like he's pretty much like he is truly just on a whole other level, and he's going to win Golden Boot in not his position.
Yeah.
It's not even position.
and where he wasn't even sure he was going to be able to play because of his fucking injury. At the
It's
end of the year.
mental.
we'd ruled him out.
We had ruled him out, but that's because we were.
We don't know
protecting
what we're
him.
talking about.
No, but we're protecting him.
Incorrect.
Like we were worried about someone
We
we
were
care for
protecting
deeply.
him from himself.
Yeah.
Because his thirst
To
to
represent
play
the
rugby
nation.
league football and to represent the nation
And he
is
hasn't played for
unquenchable.
6 years. I couldn't believe that.
First game back 6 years, he scores a double or something. Like it's just no one does this kind of stuff.
I'm just. This isn't about me. Obviously, it's about Tom Trbojevic. But I responsibly threw on a decent amount of money on him any time in the final game. I'm like, he was paying two.
Can I one up you?
Listen, you can.
I did 2 or more and got it.
Did you?
2 or more.
Really? I didn't think you knew anything about gambling.
No, I know a lot. 2 or more.
Did ya?
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you put it on? You got the receipts?
Got the receipt. You want to see the receipts?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll show you the receipts.
Yeah, I don't want any bloody AJ Brimson rhetoric here where you fucking just stolen.
Like my mum put it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Gosh.
Oh, here we go, boys. I'll get it up.
But if you were on him for a hat trick, you probably would have you would have been furious.
Nice.
Where are we here? Point to it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Not bad there, Denon.
Well done, Denon.
I get it. I get it. I
Well
get
done, Denon.
Yeah.
it. Well, why are you saying it like that for? You know what? I used to get teased when I was younger because I had a
That was your name.
a bit of a dopey voice or a deeper
What?
voice.
What'd you sound like?
What I do now, kind of. But anyway, all my family and also my like family friends and cousins and that, and even maybe some school people, they used to always go, "Dun-dun-dun-dun." That's what they used to tease me with.
That's what you used to call him?
Yeah,
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
because I had a dopey voice. Yeah.
Because you had a dopey voice? Jeez, well, I don't think you got a dopey voice now.
Thanks, bro.
Did that hurt your feelings?
No, not
That's
really.
what sent you.
'cause it's loved ones.
That's what pushed you into the neckbeard community.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't
It's
think so.
always a catalyst.
Yeah, well, you got to retreat to the neckbeard community.
Nah, neckbeard.
Early on. And
I
now
think-
it's like, it's a great
I think
community.
I think bullying at school might have put me into the neckbeard community a little bit when I was
Yeah,
probably
dun-dun-dun-dun
grade.
sounds like bullying to me.
No, that was from loved ones. That wasn't from like.
That's from family.
Yeah, but that's
Christ.
Jesus
that's not bad. Come on, guys. Come
Well,
on.
fucking
Jeez,
hell,
bit of banter with the family.
Bit of banter.
But then,
Dopey prick.
yeah, I reckon probably a little bit of bullying at school. I reckon pushed me into the neckbeard, and I've never been happier to be in the neckbeard.
Well,
community.
dude, because the neckbeard community accepts everyone. That's why the neckbeard.
That's what's
it's
so
one
beautiful
of the beautiful
about it.
things.
And on
about
the
the
internet,
neckbeard
you can just
community.
be whoever. There's no bullshit. You just
It's a beautiful thing about the neckbeard community. Beautiful thing.
it is beautiful. You guys got accepted into it. Have
We
you?
did.
Yeah.
Thrived in there,
Yeah.
and we'll be back. We're gonna fucking make our way back into the neckbeard, the murky.
I was hearing yarns about Mario Kart or something like that.
Yeah, get a bit.
Yeah, I
Of
love 64, bro. Love it.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it contemporary, but it's a bit more mainstreamy than the
Space Marines too.
Space Marine
Yeah,
sort of
okay.
stuff. Where Eddie and I didn't thrive in that environment. We certainly improved. We were all right.
We got
Definitely got better.
We got better as
Yeah.
the rounds.
but we didn't thrive.
Yeah, okay, because we didn't get through one level, but that's
didn't get
okay.
to- yeah.
No,
that's
just
okay.
Take me to Cooper Trooper Beach, baby.
Okay,
Yeah.
alrighty, boys. I've got a question for you.
Oh.
If you had a time machine and could witness one sporting event / moment / day, what would it be? I'll start off. A peak Mike Tyson fight.
Bro, I was gonna say the same thing.
Yep. I tell you what, I've thought about this on Benders before with Mused. Imagine being in prison. This is the rumor, but I like to think it's true. When blokes apparently would just line up to have a go at him, just to say that I was the guy that knocked out Mike Tyson,
No
and he would
way.
just fucking feed bloke after bloke. Imagine that in that environment.
Oh
That would
my
be- that would
Could
be-
you imagine seeing that?
The violence
That'd be
you
like,
could
that'd be
feel
like
it.
Prison guard.
that'd be some life shit.
Yeah, yeah,
No, I'd
yeah.
like to fly on the wall.
Yeah, a literal fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I can see it all. I've got huge goggly eyes. I
Yeah.
can see everything.
And no
but,
one can see
No
you.
one can see me.
I think a couple of Connors fights as well. Like the Aldo one's over too quick, but it was crazy. Him and Nate too would have been
The
sick.
Alvarez one was that was
one,
pretty hectic.
yeah.
Just it was a work of art.
First at MSG.
Yeah, yeah.
That was one
incredible.
of those would be pretty
Rumble
sick.
in the jungle.
Ooh, yeah,
Something
okay.
like that.
Okay,
That would be like historic.
rope dope when Muhammad Ali rope doped.
Yep.
I think another one would be Maradona winning the World Cup. I don't know, just that whole. So if you go onto YouTube, well, we're talking about best athlete of all time. So go on YouTube and just YouTube Maradona like 86 World Cup or whatever, and it's just highlights from the World Cup, not other ones.
Yeah, I've
it's like
seen 'em.
20 minutes long of
Yeah,
the greatest
right.
soccer football
I've
you've ever
seen
seen in
'em,
your life,
yeah.
and you're just going, bro, there's no one else that has this many highlights from one World Cup.
Mate, it's
like
insane.
one.
You know the original World Cup was stolen? What? So it was either like melted down and sold for gold, or it's in someone's private collection.
Wow.
Some fucking big fat billionaire.
Some oligarch.
Some oligarchs just got it.
Imagine how much rogue stuff that because they're so rich they don't actually need to show everyone about it that people you've got that's been stolen.
Oh,
You
it's
know-
just a flex to be like, I've
Yeah,
got the
I've got
original
the-
World Cup.
Do you know the Mona Lisa is actually more famous for its journey rather than its actual
Because it's been
painting?
stolen a couple of
Yeah.
times. Yeah.
But yeah, back to the. What about you, Maddie? What is a sporting event if you could go back in time that you'd go and witness?
I'd probably go watch Bradman in Leeds, I think it was, when he scored his 334 in the
That's
Ashes.
a pretty good one.
Was that his 1930s tour?
90-30, yeah, it was the
Like there'd be
90-30
a few
tour.
warning ones you'd want to go see.
Usain Bolt breaking the 100-meter sprint record.
That would
would
be
be
sick.
so hectic.
Would you go back and watch
Manly 2008.
Warney's famous threesome when he had the windows open?
Oh,
in
that'd be
Paddington?
good, yeah. Fucking the house. I think there's actually video footage of that.
He kept the whole
But,
suburb open.
What a
Yeah,
man.
I'd check that out.
What a man.
I'd check that out.
Footage, yeah.
Get
I don't know
me
if
in
that's
the
the same
corner of the
night.
room.
You know, and I'm not
Behind
even
a two-way mirror.
Cup chair.
I'm not even a big cricket guy, but I actually would like to see Burstow get run out again. That would be cool if you were to go over there.
Bairstow?
Bairstow, is that
Yeah.
how you say his name?
Yeah.
When he fucking,
Just that, because just the,
Alex
When
Carey.
he didn't stay in his crease, he's a
the
fucking idiot.
fallout from that and the sooking and the crying, to go and witness it again would be pretty cool.
And the test itself, like the crowd became
Yeah.
fucking ravenous.
Hostile.
Like it became super hostile. That would be fun. I think were we up watching that one? No. We were the one where Stokes spit on
No,
himself.
we were we were up for the next test.
Yeah.
When like it was the whips were cracking.
Yeah.
And
When
they
I'd
fucking
like
hated each
to,
other.
I'd like to go back in time when Aloisi scored for Australia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
the
one,
shirt
that's
off,
a
got the-
like,
Could you
that's
imagine
a
being
peak
there? That would have
sporting
been
memory.
that would have been biblical.
We're in
Kathy
the boarding
Freeman.
house at
Kathy
school. We
Freeman,
went fucking
400.
ape shit.
Kathy Freeman
Kathy
400,
Freeman,
the
400.
4x100 meter freestyle, big Thorpe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thorpe and Hall and Thorpe. Thorpe goes in, Australia win, that sort of stuff.
But
Shout out
Kathy
to
with
Dennis
that
Cometti, great
bodysuit,
call.
I reckon I'm pretty confident to say Kathy in that bodysuit is the greatest sporting moment in Australian history.
Yeah.
So much pressure.
So much
and
pressure.
She
Well, the
nailed
first thing
it for
she
the
does
nation.
when she finishes, she like rolls her eyes with relief.
Oh, mate.
That would have been the most pure relief
Thing.
maybe ever
Imagine
experienced.
being in the
Yeah.
crowd for that.
Oh,
Hectic.
at this age.
Yeah.
Far
All
out.
right, yeah.
You can appreciate
That's
it.
what I mean. I'd love to be in, and went back to your Tyson thing, just being in the atmosphere in like, you know, you even
Remember
feel when you
Vegas?
go to like UFC events where
Yeah.
like there's a tension
Vegas
there
in the 80s?
for the
Oh.
big fights. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
To be there, Vegas, 80s,
Stop it.
Tyson, get fucked.
Any other ones, Matty?
And everyone that like, you know, like people that were around in that era, like Joe Rogan and Dana White and shit, they just sucked Mike from the back constantly.
Yeah.
Because they saw it. It annoys me we went around for that.
All right, let us know in the comments section. What is one sporting event you would turn back time, moment or day, and what would it be for you to witness it? Don't forget, guys, Aussie Footy Shorts. Head to Aussie Footy Shorts Instagram. Give them a follow. They got bloke. We've got some left. They're nearly all gone. Plus, he's got thousands of other different custom designs. Or you can actually send your own custom designs to get printed on the footy shorts with the pockets. Okay. Trent Barrett and Dean Pay. Andrew Voss believes New South Wales should give Trent Barrett a crack at the next head coach. Vossi said he's played State of Origin, and I think he can put it all together. Dean Pay's name has also been thrown up. Matty John said on his podcast a few weeks ago that Pay would make an excellent Origin coach. He said this before he put his hand up. Dean Pay is familiar with New South Wales Rugby League setup. He coached New South Wales under-20s to 5 wins in a row in 5 straight years and never lost. He also played 12 Origins.
And he's from Dubbo.
I tell you what, when you
And he's
first...
from Dubbo. Are you glossing over that part?
I was actually about to say, tell you what, he's from Dubbo. I was about to say that.
Dubbo Dean.
I was about to say, tell you what, he's also from Dubbo, but you beat me to it.
Yeah, Dubbo Dan. That's his name, Dubbo Dan.
Dubbo Dean?
Yeah.
I tell you what, Dubbo Dean, isn't Isaiah Yeo from Dubbo as well?
Yep. And Matt Burton.
And Matt Burton. Is Edwards? No, Edwards not. But there's that connection there. When you first see Dean Payne, you just associate him with the Bulldog situation.
Yep.
But then when you hear that he was the under-20s Origin coach and he won 5 in a row, I know it's not Origin, but that's still...
I was about to also do the vomiting sound when you brought up Dean Pay, and then I read that Matty Johns endorsed him, and then read that there was 5 straight from the under-20s, and I'm like, oh, I'll swallow that one.
And Matty John's endorsement's pretty big.
It goes a long way.
Yeah, I mean, he did Madge for the Blues. He was the first one to tip up Madge for the Blues.
Well, Matty gets it.
He gets it. He gets it.
He does get it. He gets rugby league.
He gets
that's for
rugby
sure.
league football.
The Trent Barrett one, and this is no disrespect to Trent, obviously the hottest coach of all time.
Too hot.
Too hot. He's too hot.
He's too hot to be an Origin coach.
He's also
Okay.
an awful coach, at least statistically speaking. Statistically speaking,
Okay.
30%.
Okay. Hey.
Great guy,
No
hot
argument
guy, nice assistant coach, good to
I don't
look
think you
at.
can have a 10 as a coach.
He's too hot, dude.
Yeah, okay.
And
Ivan
that's
Cleary's
why
pretty hot.
Not a
No,
10.
he's
He's not a 10. Ivan Cleary's pretty hot.
He's
Denon-
not Trent Barrett.
Denon-
I'm not
he's
saying he's the
10.
same.
Well,
I didn't say he was the same.
They're not the
We're
same
not
thing.
talking
They're
about
not the same
sevens here, mate.
Oh, okay. Jeez. Fucking hell. You know,
Nah,
we're
that's
fucking only
silly,
10.
mate. That's
oh,
silly. That's silly to
Jesus
say.
Christ.
He's an attractive man, Ivan. He's all right.
7.
He's certainly made to be hotter because of how good he's at
7-5
coaching.
on a good day.
Yeah.
I didn't know we only allowed to talk about 10s. I thought we could talk about just hot blokes.
Well, not when we're talking about Trent Barrett being too hot to coach, because that's too hot to coach.
Okay,
He's a 9.5. He's a 9. He's
so
a 10
what's
on
the
a best
cutoff?
day.
If you're a 9 and above, you can't.
9.5, you can't coach.
Nine
Okay.
and above.
9 above.
Okay.
Can't do it. He's a 10 on his best day. So
Okay.
no.
All right. What about Mary McGregor?
No.
I think Mary McGregor would make it great.
I don't know. That was, again, just emotion. I have no idea.
Well, has Mary McGregor been endorsed by Matty Johns?
Well, no, I don't think so.
I don't see any information up there about Mary
I've discussed it with him. He didn't fight back against it. He didn't push that hard against it when I spoke to Matty about
What
it.
did he say?
He was like, yeah, sounds pretty good, mate.
Right, so he wasn't that into it.
He wasn't effusive.
It sounds like you got some against Dubbo Dean.
I got nothing against Dubbo Dean.
Dubbo Dean,
I
the Devon
think
player.
the fact that 5 in a row.
Boys, Devon.
Yeah.
Just camp is just Devon.
Eddie, how would you feel if, say, Jake doesn't play, Yo gets captain, Pay comes in, the captain and the coach of the state are both from Dubbo?
Unbelievable.
So you want Jake out?
Well, I think Jake's likely to be replaced. Yeah,
there is that chance, isn't
I
there?
think that's pretty fucking likely.
I don't know. So
You guys dropping Jake?
I'm not. Eddie is.
I
Seems like
said,
it.
I
dog.
think it's likely.
Why?
that
He just
will-
coached us to a fucking series win, mate, you dog.
Kosher?
Captained us.
Dubbo Dean comes in. I think that Isaiah, it's Dubbo squared.
Okay. Get a dub up, yeah?
Listen, Eddie, listen.
What do
mate.
you mean? What a spec like that'd
What are
be
you
a
talking about?
Dubbo spirit.
What are you talking about? Even if you feel it, you don't say it.
I'm just saying that'd
It's
be nice.
Jake, mate. So it'd be nice if they drop Jake
It'd be nice to
Wow,
see.
dude.
It'd be nice to see
Fuck.
Dubbo. Would it'd be nice to see.
at the cost of Jake.
I'm just saying I'd like to
You're
see
a
it.
fucking
That's what I'm saying. I'd
Wow.
like to see it.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I didn't think you would drop Jake.
Nah, dude, that was really.
I haven't
low.
dropped him.
You have.
No, I
you
haven't.
have.
No.
You have.
Why have I dropped him?
You fucking disgrace.
I'd like to see it. Dubbo. I keep saying it because I want to
Well,
see
you
it.
know, you
Okay.
keep saying it. You keep saying it, mate.
Okay. All righty, boys. Anything else going on?
Nah. I'm hungry.
Oh, you're hungry?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Time to pack her up.
Yep. I gotta go eat something.
Yeah, dude.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm not telling.
What are you doing tomorrow, mate?
I got the B team, so I got my show on radio, and then I come up here and I do pack
The
her up,
B
boys.
team?
Yeah.
He does it with Hammy, don't you?
I mean, yeah. So basically, they
On
needed
radio?
someone. Yeah, so they needed someone
fuck
to
yeah.
keep the seat warm while Matty was gone.
Yep.
Put my hand up. I said, I'll keep the seat warm while Matty's gone. And we called the B team because we're clearly fucking reserve graders compared to Matty.
Yep.
And then I asked Hammy, I said, Hammy, join us, mate. Hammy said, yeah, of course, I'll come join you. And so
Fucking
it's
oath.
called the B team on Fridays from 9 till 12. And then I come in here and we do pack her up, boys.
Nice.
And how long's the B team been on for?
1 week.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, 1 week. Same week, Ray Hadley quit radio.
Well, I'm not shocked, but Andy just lost the ratings first time in 20 years.
Did he?
Yep.
And the B team is just
And
right.
third.
So time to
And
go.
Third, yeah.
Time to go.
So, there's no surprise that Kemp and Hammy step into some morning chairs and then Ray Hadley retires and loses the ratings.
Someone's setting the agenda now. It's us.
Yeah.
The B team.
That's it.
I'm proud of you, mate.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
nice.
Appreciate it.
It's really nice.
Anything else going on?
Jeez, I don't know.
Got a bucks this weekend. with
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
haven't
but it was toolies.
Julies. Oh, no, Toolies. Yeah.
Toolies.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Mate, going to the hospital tomorrow.
that's nice.
Check out. some
How's that all
birthing
going?
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Good, mate.
Yeah, okay.
She's going well at the moment.
Okay, do you know what sex it is yet, mate?
Girl. Little girl.
That's nice.
Yeah. Very nice.
I'm happy
Very
for you,
wholesome,
mate.
mate.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah,
really
right.
appreciate that.
Yeah, all right, well.
So you know how I said I was hungry before?
Oh, you're hungry? You want to go?
What do you think, Nate?
What do you
I
think?
want to go.
But there's
you
no... Remember, wait, what about Koo closed
Dude,
down?
I know. So
Koo
fucked
closed
up,
down.
dude. Koo closed down. There's no food down there.
There's not a single day that's gone by where I haven't got fucking pissed off about that. I just find it
Criminal.
absolutely fucking insane.
If Koo can't make it, no one can.
No one
I'd be
can,
down
man.
there right now, and I'd be having a grilled chicken poke bowl, and I'd probably be having a fucking Bloody Mary today. I probably would.
I'd be having me salmon fritters or that tuna thing. They
Would you be
doing.
having
They
a Bloody
start-
Mary
they
with the old mate?
Well, I might, Eddie. I might. It is a Thursday. We're in silly season. Like I might.
It
have
would
a
silly
Bloody
season.
Mary.
That's the only reason I say.
Well, silly season Thursday is Friday.
Correct. Well, Thursday's basically a Friday and,
And yeah,
and then Wednesday is the day
And the
before
place was always packed. It did a fucking serious trade.
A
They would've
roaring
made
trade.
so much money,
A
and it's
roaring
closed.
trade.
And I'm like, why?
Why would you
Because
do
they
it?
weren't paying their bills.
No
and I just
answers.
can't. I need explanation. I need an explanation.
Alrighty.
They had those mad halloumi wraps down there. You know the scrambled egg and halloumi wraps.
The cafe one. Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll go and fuck ourselves, eh?
Bye.
Bye.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.